Hi guys, it's Ally and welcome back to my channel, AllyKattTv. Today I did a plum purpley type of look for you all. I've never done anything with purple and I had a lot of purple shadows in my my Morphe palette. So I was like, let's do a purple look. And I also did a talk through this time. So if you guys enjoyed that, just let me know and I'll bring you more. Also, whatever type of video that you want to see next, you can leave a comment or you can email me. I have my channel's email in the description bar. And without further ado, we're going to get right into the video. And if you liked it, share it, comment, subscribe, so I can know that you guys are enjoying these type of videos. Without further ado, we're just going to get right into the video. Bye. Okay, guys, I'm starting already out with my eyebrows being done. Also, my face is moisturized and primed already, and also my lids are already prepped. Right now, I'm going in with a transitional color because later on we're going to apply a darker color, and I want there to be a smooth transition so it's just not like dark light, because I'm also applying a shade to my brow bone later on. So this color that I'm using is from the Morphe palette. It's like a flesh tone. It almost matches my, well, it does match my lid color. So that's why you really can't, you can see it a little bit but not too much. But this will help with the transition of the darker colors. So I'm just going to make sure that each eye has the transitional shade so that, like I said, the colors will blend easier. So we're just going to keep blending. Now I'm going in with another brush. It's like a dome kind of brush. I'm going to use the crease color. I'm going to apply it to the outer third of my eye and the inner third of my eye. As you see right here, I'm doing the outer third and kind of connecting it. I'm going to bring it in to the inner third too of my eye, as you see right here, and we're going to connect those in the middle. So it's kind of going to be like a halo effect, because after I've done this, I'm going to add the lid color in the middle. So right now I'm just still connecting them and blending it out and making sure I didn't put too much of the color on there. And now I'm going in with the brush that I use for my transition and just blending out the edges so there isn't like a harsh line of demarcation. So we're just going to blend our lives away. And there's a mirror behind the camera, so that's why I keep looking up, just to make sure that everything is blending out and it's nothing too harsh. So just keep blending. Blending is key when you're doing looks like this, especially with such a dark color. So I'm just double checking and making sure everything is blended out. Now I'm taking a flat brush and I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus so that the color that I apply in the middle can be seen more easily. It's more metallic-y. And the color I'm using is kind of like a rust, but it has a little bit of purple in it, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna just, you know, right here apply it to the lid, because like I said, I'm doing kind of like a halo effect. So as you see, I'm just putting it right in the center. And if you can see, you see how it's kind of reflecting more. That's because we sprayed it with the Fix Plus, and that helps it be seen more easily and make it pop more. So now I'm just going back in with some more. I haven't sprayed it with Fix Plus again, so we're just gonna keep working with it. Now I'm just seeing if I like it. Now I'm going in with a angled brush from e.l.f. and I'm going in with a darker purple. And I'm going to put this on the crease, just on the outer third, and bring it in just a tad bit, just to give my outer V some definition. So we're just doing that and blending it all out. And I'm just checking it. And I'm taking a smaller blending brush and just going in it right there in that crease area and making sure everything is blended out so it doesn't look too harsh and it doesn't look like I just threw in dark color. So everything is blending out seamlessly. Also, that transitional shade that we added earlier also helps with this blending process to make it a little bit easier. And now, like I said earlier, just blending your life away. Makeup is all about blending, honestly. So I'm just checking to see if I like it. And I'm just going back in with that center color, that metallic-y, rust kind of purplish color, and just trying to add some more color to it and make it pop some more. And I'm going back into my crease and defining it just a tad bit more. And making sure that that inner third was blended out with that outer third. And now I'm going in with a fluffy brush to add some color on my brow bone. It's like a flesh color. So I'm just going to pop that in right there. And I'm taking that brush that I use for my transitional color to blend that in together, so it's just not like light and then purple. Also earlier, that transitional shade is a big help with this, and I'm just showing you that. And now I'm going to go, well, guess I'm going to party for a minute, you know. So off camera, I went ahead and did my other eye and added the eyeshadow to match this eye. I then went ahead and added a wing liner and some cream liner to my waterline. Now I'm color correcting, so I'm taking the orange corrector from LA Girl Pro, and I'm going over my dark spots. I'm just doing this because once I put my foundation on, it'll ensure that these don't show through. So all these are just acne scars because, you know, I picked at my pimples or whatever. I know, gross, but whatever. So I have scarring from that. So, and I don't sleep because, you know, college student, you know, what is sleep? So I'm just covering all my dark circles under that. So this will just ensure that when I put my foundation on, you won't see dark marks over, like coming under. And also this ensures that I don't have to use as much foundation trying to cover up those dark marks. So here I'm blending out the orange corrector with a beauty sponge. They just come in like a pack of like 60 or so at the store. They're like $1 or like $2. So I just kind of wet it and then I'm just gently tapping it out. So I'm just tapping that all out over my face. Making sure that I hit every area that I put corrector on. Okay, after my corrector is on, I'm going in with my foundation. And I sped this clip up because y'all have seen me put on my foundation. If y'all do ever want a foundation routine like in depth, I can do that. But I just went ahead and sped it up because all I'm doing is just blending my foundation over the corrector and ensuring that you don't see any red. You just see my foundation color. And as you can see, you don't see any of those dark spots that I was mentioning earlier coming through the foundation because of the color correcting. And I'm just making sure that I blend in the foundation all the way in. I'm taking it down my neck so you won't see another line of demarcation so it doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask. I'm also going back over under my eyes because you can still see a little bit of the orange coming through. And I do blend it into my hairline just a bit so, like I said, you don't see a mask. So that's all I'm doing in this clip. And I'm taking the flat side of the beauty blender. Well, this is a beauty sponge by Real Techniques and just blending everything out. So I'm just kind of tapping it and making sure that everything is smooth and looks blended. And like I said, you don't see that orange corrector because that would not be cute, girl. Okay, now we're moving on to highlighting. I'm using the Tarte Maracuja concealer to highlight under my eyes. I'm using my usual triangle shape. And now I'm going to do the other eye, same thing, the triangle shape. That's just what I do because it's easiest for me to do. I've always done it. And it just seems the most effective. I do take it on the sides of my nose to help when I'm contouring later. Taking it down the bridge of my nose now. Look at that concentration. And my forehead, just a little bit, because I got a lot of forehead. My chin and my cupid's bow. Now I'm taking MAC's Prep+Prime and I think Bright Forecast just to amp up my highlight just a bit. Because y'all, I'm extra, and I mean, why not? YOLO. And now I'm taking a clean, damp beauty blender, and I'm blending under my eyes. As you see, I'm looking up. I know I said it in my other video, but it's important that you look up when you're blending out the concealer under your eyes because you do not want to set any creases or make any more creases than you already have because that'll just defeat the whole purpose, and it won't look good. So I'm using the pointed side of my beauty blender. And now I'm using the dome side on my forehead. And I'm going to use it on my chin as well because the color's already placed where I want it. So that's why I'm doing that. And now I'm going to do the bridge of my nose with the pointed side of the beauty blender. And just blend everything out. Like I said, blending is key to makeup. Like, you have to blend. If you can blend, you can do your makeup. Okay, now it's time to set. As you see, I'm using the banana powder, well, the banana powder and the color banana to set under my eyes. As usual, I blend out right there where the creases are. Then I set it with the powder just to avoid any unnecessary creases. And now I'm just adding powder to all the areas that I highlighted, and just making sure that there is enough powder. And I'm baking, so that's why there is excessive powder under my eyes. Now I'm going to set my face in my MAC powder. This is in Skin Finish, Mineralize Skin Finish in Dark. And this will help when I'm contouring for it to blend out smoothly. Now I'm using my contour stick by Black Radiance, and I think it's the color Ebony, but I'm not sure because it rubbed off. And now I'm going to blend this out with a Real Techniques brush. It's like an angled brush, so I'm just blending out the cream contour with this. And just continue to blend. And then I'm going on my forehead because we need to make that smaller because it's a lot of forehead. And make sure that you're getting the lines blended out, because if you can see right now I still have lines, but you'll see them start to disappear the more I blend. That's why you have to blend and you have to have the patience. And now I'm just blending under my lip and on top of my Cupid spot. And now I'm going back over there because if you see I still had a line. And now I'm going to clean up my contour and also bake under here to make my cheek contour stand out more. So as you see, I'm placing the banana powder right under that contour, and like I said, it's cleaning that line up if I drug it down too far, and also it's going to make it stand out. I'm using it's like a flat brush. It's by Sonia Kashuk. And if I miss anything, every product that I mentioned will be in the description bar. Okay, now it's time to move on to contouring my nose. I'm using my contour powder by Black Radiance. It's the pressed powder and Ebony, and I'm just going down the sides of my nose to slim it down. I also take the contour into my eyeshadow just so it'll be blended easier and it won't be so like harsh and noticeable. I'm taking the brush that I used to blend the cream to blend out the sides of my nose as well, because I feel like it helps it more, like it helps it like melt in. And now I'm taking the contour powder and setting the areas where I use the cream contour, because just like you set your highlight, you have to set your contour if you use a cream or a liquid. I'm just ensuring that everything is set. And now I'm gonna dance. Okay, now I'm about to go under my lash line, and to balance out such a dark eye, I'm taking the same color that's in my crease and applying it under my lashes so that, like I said, there's a balance. It's just not like dark light. And I'm also going to take the fluffy brush that I used earlier in my crease just to blend out that color even more under my lashes. And now I'm going to add some shimmer to my inner tear duct. It's like a goldy kind of color, just to make my eyes look more awake, since we do have a dark color in the waterline and under my eyes, so you know it makes it more open. Now I'm taking that same shimmer and adding a little bit to my brow bone. And now I'm going to wipe away the excess banana powder because my face has been sitting for about 5 minutes now. And just wiping all of that away with like a stippling brush, just like a dual fiber brush by Real Techniques. I'm now taking my Real Techniques sponge, and the areas where the contour and the highlight meet, I'm going in between just so there isn't any lines of demarcation and it blends easier. So I'm just going over that, and I'm tapping, not pulling or wiping. And now I'm going over my contour on my nose just to make sure it's blended. And now I'm taking my powder brush and just going over everything. I didn't add any more powder, just whatever was left on the brush, just to make sure everything is blended. And now it's time to highlight. Yes, it's the MAC highlighter in the color Global Glow. And y'all, I'm extra, so you know we're gonna have another one. We use the Missy Lynn palette from BH Cosmetics and the 2 highlighters in there. We're just gonna go over the highlight because, you know, I mean, if your face not glowing, then you're not doing your makeup right. And now I'm taking the MAC blush in Dollymix, I believe, and just putting that on the apples of my cheek and bringing it back just a little bit. And since the contour and highlights there, it's just going to blend seamlessly. And now I'm going over that with my powder brush. Again, there's no additional powder on it, but that just ensures that everything is blended. And now I'm adding a little bit more of the center color back to my lid. And now Fix Plus is going to be sprayed on my face to help everything, you know, melt together. And more highlight because, y'all, just because. Now it's time to do my lips. I'm taking my MAC lip pencil in Night Moth, and I'm going to overline my lips. Y'all know the deal. I overline. That's just what I like to do. So I'm just, you know, in the usual places like I stated in my last video. If you want to know how I overline, I do describe it a little bit in my everyday makeup routine video. So I'm just going over that and making sure everything is where I want it. And now I'm going to kind of fill in with the pencil on like the outer parts of my lips. Not the entire lip, but I'm just going to kind of fill it in. Now that I have my lips where I want them, I'm going to go in with 2 Wet n Wild lipsticks. The first one is like a burgundy color that kind of matches the Night Moth pencil. And the next one is going to be kind of a brownish burgundy color that I'm just going to, as you see, I'm just going to add the second lip color to just the center of my lips. And I just did that to kind of add some dimension to my lips so it's just not like flat. And now I'm going to go in with some mascara, the Maybelline mascara. And I'm just going to do my bottom lashes because I feel like they need to even out, just like with the shadows. I think that your bottom lashes need to even out with the top ones. So, and then I'm going to go and do my top lashes just to blend the falsies with my natural lash. Now I'm going to go in with some finishing spray by NYX just to set my face. And now we got to do my hair. I'll be back. And here we are with the finished look. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.